y'all, Jessie B. Scrapbook came back with another process video. This one is for the Scrap 5 challenge, and here is the list. I have to use washi, do some stamping, make a tag, use brads, and a 60-40 split. And here are the stamps I want to use. And I got some washi flowers, some washi tape. Here is my brads. I actually end up pulling in another one. So I end up using 4 brads on here instead of just the 3. I have these sweet pictures of my children in the living room, sound asleep. And I'm going to use this paper. So let's get going. And I was the one that was able to pick out the material, or the 5 things for this list this month. So that was a lot of fun. So I decided to go with a wood grain on the bottom and the white paper on the top so I can do some stamping on it. And yeah, I think it turned out really cute. I really like how this turns out. Now the pictures that I am doing is this last summer. So this was thinking of it, yeah, it was July. My daughter hurt her knee. She dislocated her kneecap. So her kneecap actually ended up like getting on the side of her leg. And this is not the first time this has happened to her. She's had this happen several times before, but this was the first time it's happened in a long time. So it's like 5 years since it happened before. And well, you know, she's older now, and it was a really bad one. And so we got her in the house, and that night she could hardly walk or anything. So, and she has a loft bed. Both my kids have loft beds. So she was like, there's no way she was sleeping up on the loft bed. So we got her tucked in on the couch, and then we went to bed. Well, my son, he crawled off his loft bed, brought off his blankets, and laid on the floor in the living room just in case she needed him, because her knee was so bad that she couldn't walk. He had to actually pick her up and carry her in the house from outside. And so he just wanted to make sure that he was there if she needed him. And I just thought that was so sweet. So I walk into the house to this picture of them curled up, and I just had to take a picture because it was just, yeah. I have such a very loving son, and he just makes me so proud. So what I did there was I just took a piece of white cardstock, put my washi tape down on it, and now I'm just going to do a stripped border around my picture because I want this washi tape to go around this top picture of my daughter. And I just love the colors in it, and I just think it looks really good. And this one here is going to go a little bit more up onto the white. So I didn't want it to back it in white. And where I did the other 2 pictures are going to be on the wood grain. So I liked them backed in the white. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just trimming off the excess. And there it is, all backed. And so this is kind of how my pictures are going to be. But first I'm going to do that stamping I was talking about up at the top. And I grab my, it's a birthday card making stamp set. I can't remember who makes it. But it has a whole bunch of balloons, or where you can make balloons. So it has all these circles. And so I'm just taking the circle part, and there's, this is the solid one, and I'm going to do it in purple. And I think I've only ever used these as balloons one time. Otherwise, I just use them as geometric shapes. So I grab the next one, is another one of the circles, but it has, I believe, stripes on it. And so it's a really fun one. But because they are supposed to be balloons, they do kind of have that two-dimension feel to them. And so it looks like balls almost in the background. So I used the stripe one there and in the pink ink. And then I'm coming in with the navy ink and doing the outline circle. And then this one here is like polka dots. So I'm going to do that in the yellow. And I end up with quite a few of these. And I just like that bright pop of yellow in there. And then I decided I needed one more. And so I'm going back to the striped one, but this time in blue. And I'm going to do the stripe and then turn the ink pad. And so now I made a checkered pattern out of the balloon. So now I have like all these different styles of balloons or balls up at the top, and I like that. I think that's fun. So that's my 60/40 split background and my stamping, and I've used some washi. So that's 3 of the 5 things done, but I'm going to use some more washi here. I grabbed this pink sparkly washi, and I'm going to come in at the top here at the join and using my mat to line it up so it's nice and square and get that on there. This washi doesn't stick very well, so I'm using my ATG to make sure it stays stuck down. And I like the 2 separate pictures of the kids, and then the bigger picture on the bottom is showing, you know, that he's actually laying on the floor. And I thought that was a very important picture to get in here. So I'm just sticking it down on the bottom. And then I have these washi tape flowers. I picked them up at Walmart. And I'm just putting them right on the background just to add a little layer behind each of those top 2 pictures. And I'm liking that. Oh, excuse me. And now I'm going to come in with my brads. And I'm going to put 2 little heart brads down here on this bottom corner. And using this piercing tool that I got from the Dollar Tree. And it's very sharp, very, very pokey on one end. And the other end I use for like rub-ons because it's a nice flat piece I can use for that. And then underneath that white is just a piece of like foam board that you can get at Walmart or the dollar store. And I just have a piece of it so that I can poke right into it, and it, yeah, doesn't go into my mat. Even though this is a self-healing mat, I actually don't ever usually cut or poke it. So, there we go. I got my brads on. And now I'm going to make my tag. So I'm just using that same washi I used for outlining my daughter's picture. And I'm just going to make a nice little tag and put it beside the bottom picture down here. I do put a brad in the where the hole's supposed to be. And so, yeah, I actually ended up using 5 brads. I forgot about that one. So, got that down. And let's see, what else am I going to do? So while I'm thinking, this is a hop. Don't forget to go and check everybody else out that is playing along. I'll have everyone's direct links to their videos in the description box down below. And yeah, it was just, I'm so glad that Becky asked me to pick the challenges for this month. That was a real honor, and I had so much fun doing it. So, yeah, see what everybody else did with those 5 ingredients for this challenge. All right, I grabbed it's a Valentine's Day stamp, and it had this beautiful love you. And I thought I was going to put it on that bottom picture, kind of on whatever it is that's laying on the floor there. I figured it didn't need to be in the picture, but it was too big, and it ended up covering up my son's head, and that wouldn't work. So I'm going to move it. I still will use it as my title, but I am going to move it someplace else. And now I'm just doing another little stamp here off that same stamp set, and it says all my love. And I'm going to cut this down a little bit smaller, and I will end up popping up this one and the title onto some fun foam just to give it a little bit more dimension. But see how it covers up whatever it was. I think it was just some socks laying on the ground in the living room, and I figured we didn't need that. So there we go. So that's where my title is actually going to end up being. And here's where I decide that I wanted to give some dimension to both of those. And I believe that I got all 5 things now. So I got the brads, I got the stamping, I got the 60-40 split in the background, I got the tag, and I got the washi. So yep, that's all 5 of the recipe. So now I grabbed out of that same Valentine's Day stamp set, I grabbed a beautiful little heart. Actually, I ended up using 2 of them. So this one here is an open heart, and it is done in navy. And then I grabbed this little full heart, and I'm going to stamp it in purple and get that on here just to sprinkle some of the hearts up at the top, and then I'm putting them down on the little tag itself too. And then I decided I wanted a pop of pink, so I'm using that full heart and just putting a couple little pink hearts as well. And I do believe that that is what's going to finish this layout. So I hope you like it. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And thank you so much for everyone for watching. And don't forget to check out everybody else that is playing along. Thank you for watching. Bye.